Welcome everyone. Today's class is a short 10-minute express glute workout. This class is guaranteed to sculpt and strengthen the lower body, and all you'll need is your Pilates mat and a chair to start. So when you're ready, let's get moving.
Finding that 4-point kneeling setup again. Wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. You're going to lengthen your left leg away. Start to raise that left leg up, keeping the length into the spine. Once you're there, now we're going to tap the floor. So we tap down, we lift, we exhale round, knee towards the forehead, inhale, lengthen back. So we go, tap down, lift, scoop out the abdominals as you round, send that leg back. Keep the elbows just slightly bent throughout. Again, watch that you're not favoring one side more than the other, or favoring lower body more than upper body, or reversing. Exhale round, or vice versa. Yeah, so you want to really use your abdominals to keep you centered, keep that stability. Down, lift, exhale round, and extend. Tap down, lift, round. You've got 3 more of these. Tap down, lift. Again, think lifting the back of the skull towards your ceiling, so back of the neck stays nice and long. One more here. Tap, lift, exhale, round. Now hold it back, hold. Let's rainbow that leg. So we're going to tap that left leg to the side, lift, and then we take it to the other side. So we cross it behind us and then back through center. So we go, tap left, lift, tap right, left, drawing that belly button up towards your spine. Good, you've got 2 more like this. Last one. Now holding that leg all the way back through center, you're gonna lower your right forearm down. Check that the forearm's in line with the edge of your mat. Open out through that left hip, hold it there. We're gonna come into some little pulses here. So we pulse up and up, working right into that glute med. Good, little lift, lift. We're not here for very long. Good, you just got 8 more like this. We go, 8, 7, 6, 5, last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come all the way back to center, hands come underneath the shoulders, slide that leg in and come into your child's pose. So just take a moment there. Enjoy that stretch. Good. One more deep breath in here. And then when you're ready, just walk those hands all the way back, and we'll do that on the other side. So just so we can see, I'm gonna turn to the other side so that we can use that front leg, or I can use that front leg. So we're gonna extend your right leg away from you, find that length, so start to lift. I'm just gonna kick my chair further away. Now once you're there, so reposition your spine, make sure you're back in neutral. Here we go, so we tap the floor down. We lift, we exhale round through the spine, inhale, lengthen back. We tap down, lift, exhale round, inhale back. Tap down, I just kept stroking the chair there, so I had to just gently push that chair away. And extend, make sure your chair's not gonna get in the way. Lift, you need a little bit of space for this one. And extend, tap down, lift, round, back. Good, remembering about that breathing. Every time you breathe out, imagine you're breathing out through a straw. So you're really getting into that breath pattern that kind of activates, or it does activate through your abdominals. So it works in those deepest abdominals, gets those to kind of fire up to support you. Good, 3 more like this. Last 2. Again, keep that weight nice and equal. Last 1. Now here we go to my favorite part, rainbow the legs. So we tap over to the right, lift, tap across, lift. So as you do this, a little bit of movement into the hips is okay, but you're trying to keep that upper body as still as you can. Yeah, so again, a little bit of movement into the hips is okay. Yeah, but try as best as you can to keep that stability. Cross, you've got 4 more like this. 4, 3, last 2, and then last 1. Holding that leg through center. Now, lower your left forearm to the mat, rotate that hip out, and then start to come into those pulses. So we pulse. So now you should feel it more into that glute med. So think side of the bum, lift and lift. Good, again, we're not gonna be here for very long at all. You've just got 8 more. 7, 6, maybe that leg can go a little bit higher. 4, 3, 2, 1. Slide that leg in, come back up onto the hands, and then send the hips back into that child's pose. Take another moment there. Really enjoy these rests in between sets, just to let your muscles recover a little bit before we start to challenge them again. Taking one more deep breath in. And then when you're ready, just walk the hands back, lift the chest. Final little push for your hamstrings now. The back of the legs. So you're gonna grab your chair and bring it a little bit closer to your body. You're then gonna ease yourself all the way down gently, coming onto your mat, Once you're there, you might think this is very comfortable to start with. You're gonna just take the feet onto the chair. And actually, I could just stay here all day, but we're not going to. So you want to make sure that you're far enough away from your chair so that your knees are forward from your hips, so you're not too close, okay? It's quite a lengthened position because we're going to get right into those hamstrings. So flex through the heels, think digging your heels down into the chair. Take the arms to the side. Take a deep breath in, and as you breathe out, we're going to start to lift those hips all the way up towards the ceiling. Inhale to lower back down. So we exhale, lift, inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Again, as you lift, think breathing out through that straw and lower. Exhale, lift. Lifting up. So your legs should be feeling quite tired right about now. So if they are, take a break if you need to, but this is your last push. So see if you can just push through that little bit more burn. Lift and lower. And then if you can, try and take a day off tomorrow with your lower legs, just to allow those muscles to rest. Yeah, remember it's that resting time where the muscle grows and repairs. So you really want to make sure you're factoring in your rests. Lift. So tomorrow will be a good time to do upper body work. So you're doing lots of the lower body today. Let's do 4 more like this. Exhale, lift. Last 3. Last 2. Now I promise this is the last one. You're gonna hold those hips up high, float your left knee in towards the chest. Lower that leg back down, keeping the hips high. Lower the hips back down. Go again. Exhale, lift. Draw your right knee into the chest. Take it back down. Pad that heel into your chair. Lower the hips back down. So it's slow and controlled. Exhale, lift. Left leg comes in. Take the leg back down. Lower the hips back down. Exhale, lift. Right knee comes in. Take that leg back down. Hips back down. You've got 1 more each side, then we are done. Exhale, lift. Drawing left leg in. Take it back down. Lower the hips back down 1 more time. Exhale, lift. Right knee comes in. Pad that heel back to the chair. And then lower the hips back down. Well done. Draw the knees in towards the chest. Circle them around. Just massage the base of the spine. And then when you're ready, just rolling over onto your side, guiding yourself all the way back up. And we're just gonna finish with a few stretches. So just push your chair away if you need to for space. And we're just gonna extend our right leg long, left leg hugs in, and just walk the hands down the length of the leg, just allowing those hamstrings to release. They got a lot of work just then. So just take a moment here. They might feel quite tense to start with because they have just worked them really hard. So just take care, never force stretches. Just go to where feels comfortable for you. And a good rule of thumb is that you can breathe deeply into the stretches. So if you find you're kind of holding the breath or you're having to shallow breathe, that normally means you're possibly a little bit too deep into that stretch. So just easing out of it so that you can feel really comfortable. Breathing deep. Good, one more deep breath in here. Lovely, and then walking the hands all the way back. We're gonna slide that leg in, take the left foot across, hands come behind you and just come in to your figure of four stretch here. So the closer that heel is towards your sit bone, the more you're gonna feel it into those hips. So just bear that in mind if you want to make it harder or easier. Try not to sink into between the shoulders now, so lift up and out of those shoulders. Let your breathing just become a little bit more easeful. Yeah, we've done all the hard work now. Let's just stretch out those hips. Good. Taking one more deep breath in. And then when you're ready, just gently uncross that leg, and let's do that on the other side. So extending left leg away, bending right knee in. Just take a moment to square off through the shoulders, and then just walk the hands down to wherever you feel that gentle stretch into your hamstring. Maybe you even feel it around the hip as well. Just take a moment here. Just be mindful of that breath. Allowing the muscles to release. Good, and just taking one more deep breath in here. And then when you're ready, just walking the hands back. Let's come into figure of four on that side. So bending your left knee in, taking right foot across, hands come behind you, fingertips face back. Draw that chest towards your thighs, open out through that hip. Lovely. Breathing into this stretch. If you want to, as the hip starts to release, maybe just creep that heel a little bit closer to your sit bone if you want to feel it more, or if you just feel comfortable where you are, just stay exactly where you are. Take 2 more deep breaths in here. And then when you're ready, just release, just come out.